Oh, hello. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be asking the question, is Kill Team Nightmare real? We're going to think about the latest rumours for Kill Team that have come out onto the internet. So in case you don't follow the soothsaying of Chapter Master Valrak, he's dropped another massively detailed prediction, and has once again predicted the teams coming in the next Kill Team box, that is to say the box after Salvation. We've got a name. Chapter Master Valrak says the next box will be called Nightmare, and will feature Chaos Space Marine Night Lords versus Dark Eldar Mandrakes. Now, he's very light on detail when it comes to this, but he gives us a few little hints. He says that the Mandrakes will be a whole new kit, whereas the Night Lords will be an upgrade kit. It seems quite odd to me that Games Workshop would do a second bespoke kill team based on the Chaos Space Marine box, but that is what Valrak seems to imply, and he gets very excited with the potential for a big 40k, that they would use this kill team as a platform for getting a Night Lords upgrade sprue out there for people that wanted to do whole Night Lord armies for 40k. Now, I can't quite see a second Chaos Space Marine based upgrade sprue kill team. It feels a little lazy, as much as I do think Night Lords are really cool, and I do think Games Workshop wants to do proper Night Lords heads and add them into the game, because I think they're pretty cool as well. But I don't know. What I'm wondering, and this is speculation from me, because Valrak doesn't outright say what kit it's an upgrade for, could this be an upgrade sprue for the Warp Talons or Raptors kit? A sort of flying, power-armoured, melee-focused kill team? That would be powerful, especially potentially on the new terrain. But it would be a niche and an archetype that we've not quite seen before. A sort of six-man version of Harlequins? Don't know. Maybe that would be cool. Maybe the parts on the Night Lord, maybe it's an upgrade kit for the Raptors and Warp Talons, but it comes with enough helmets that you could use it to kit bash other things in the Chaos Space Marine range as well. It is weird that, having never done a chapter specific thing for the whole run of Kill Team, they're suddenly going to go in there with a relatively obscure Legion, when I know there are a lot of people out there that play Blood Angels, say, who really want a chapter-specific kill team for them, and Games Workshop have really resisted it so far. But, yeah, we'll wait and see. I'm quite excited by the concept of Night Lords. I think Night Lords are pretty cool. I think sometimes they come off as a bit ridiculous. It's one of those ones that, depending on the interpretation, it straddles the real line between proper grimdark and I guess what people sometimes call grim derp. I love a bit of the grim derp, me, but, it can be a little too silly, it just depends. So that's the main Valrak rumour. He also talks a little about... Now, I don't know if he's ever used the phrase kill team takes to the skies, or whether that's something I made up, honestly I can't remember, but he mentions it again, the idea that the next kill team box, so after his rumoured Kill Team Nightmare box, will be the one that's flying themed, although if I'm right with my speculation that the Night Lords are perhaps based on the Raptors kit, they would also be a flying-based team, right? Now, this rumour is a little more confusing, because Valrak mentions in his video Swooping Hawks, Vespid Stingwings, but also Jump Pack Imperial Guard. That's 3 new kits, all of which would have to be a brand new kit, and none of them would be an upgrade sprue. I just don't see how that fits into a kill team release as we understand them. Now, when he says Jump Pack Guard, could he be talking about Elysian Drop Troopers? That's my speculation. But I'm not sure. Don't forget, Valrak has been he was, of course, completely on the money when it came to, or when it comes to, the as yet unreleased box 1 of this upcoming season, with Scouts versus Striking Scorpions. But he has been dead wrong before. He mentioned Eyes of the Emperor for the Custodes over and over again, and then just dropped them quietly. And then there was Kill Team Space Hulk, which is not materialised into anything. So, the thing to remember about Valrak is, he is a rumour aggregator. He gets rumours, he calls them his whispers in the warp, right? He gets rumours from a variety of different sources. Some of them are great, some of them aren't, and he's not. He used to be better at saying, this rumour is from a best source that I'm going to call Alfarius, this rumour's from a new source, this one's from a source that's got a reasonable track record. It doesn't so much do that anymore, so it's hard. It's hard to give Valrak as a whole a reliability score. Because I get it, if you fixate on the bits he gets wrong, like Kill Team Space Hulk, okay, it's easy to go, oh well, he's always wrong. And if you fixate on the stuff he gets right, like the entire contents of the upcoming Salvation box, it's easy to say, oh, Valrak is always right. The truth is, like I say, he has different sources. He seems less sure about this one, it has less detail, so I'm a bit unsure about it as well. So, what about other rumours? So this is not, just to be really clear. And go and watch the actual original Valrak video. The link is in the description as well. I don't want to deny the man views, right? Although he has 100 million, billion, gazillion subscribers, and I have 1.5k. A few more subscribers would be nice. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click subscribe. It really helps me out. Trying to get to 10,000 so that Games Workshop notices me and sends me free stuff. But for whatever reason, I think Valrak is right with Kill Team Nightmare. I think I've started to expect Kill Team Nightmare to appear. I feel like unless it was a really solid rumour, he wouldn't give it a name, right? I feel like the way and the confidence level that he has when he talks about that is one thing. But the Into the Sky stuff is weird. So I just want to remind you of these other rumours that I've reported on previously. We'll start off with the white box rumours down the bottom, which are discredited, right? Because the Eldari are not called Tempest Guardians, and the Scout team are not called Veteran Scouts. But they mentioned Elysians. And now Valrak's mentioning Jump Troop Infantry. Is this a case of rumour reverb, where he hears something that's mentioned by somebody, and then someone else picks it up and mentions it to him, and then it comes back and gets re-reported, and people go, oh, we've confirmed this, and actually, it's coming from two different sources, it must be true, and actually it's just one person hearing via Chinese whispers from the first person that made it up. And then we've got the rumours in the black box, the Reddit rumours, as it were. Now, these are tantalisingly close but no cigar. The Reddit rumours predict new Drukhari, but they say Rax, not Mandrakes, and a new Chaos Cult. Is it possible that this person's misremembered which Eldar unit it was going to be, and they were told new Chaos, and they've interpreted that as Chaos Cult and not Chaos Space Marines? I don't know. It's tricky. It's really, really tricky when you've got these competing rumours around, but does Valrak saying what he said? I mean, the black rumour has new Tau on there. Does that refer to the Vespid? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But does that point towards a new GC cult coming? I don't know. I'll let you to be the judge, but I'm just presenting the things that I've seen, and I'm trying to report on them and give my take where I have one, but I'm not gonna say anything to cast doubt or credibility onto these rumours, other than just to point out where they are and what similarities they may or may not bear to the things that Valrak's now added to the conversation. Okay, let's talk about release dates. So Valrak said this a while ago, and I think Glass Half Dead, Glandy as we call him, has already made a video about saying that Kill Team's definitely pushed back into 2024. I didn't cover that when it was first said because I'm a hopeful guy. I want to remain hopeful. But Valrak is saying that he's heard that Kill Team Salvation has been pushed back to 2024. Now, I want him to be wrong, right? Because Games Workshop made a promise. They set it out on a roadmap, and they said that it would come in autumn, and autumn ends in November. End of November is the end of autumn, and then we're into winter. In December is the start of winter. So I will feel very let down if we get to the end of November and no Kill Team box has been released, especially if Games Workshop don't say, yes, we plan to release this here, it's been delayed, and this is the reason. Right? Be transparent, Games Workshop. This may be beyond your power to do anything about, but writing a short article on Warcom is not beyond your powers. Okay, I don't know if anybody from Games Workshop watches this. Likelihood, no, right? But come on. Don't let a release date on a roadmap slip without at least telling us that's what's going to happen. Now, we don't know that it has slipped yet. So, if we look at the calendar that I quickly kind of put together here, we know what's coming out on the first 2 Saturdays in November. So, next Saturday will be the release date of the various Necromunda things, the big Vansar Walkers, the Ash Wastes parts, the new book. The Saturday after that is going to be Cities of Sigmar, as well as the Age of Sigmar Dawnbringer Crusade book, and the couple of miniatures that are coming out with that. And then, as far as we know, the Saturday after that, the Saturday the 18th, is going to be like 2 resin squats and a 30k marine, because that was all that was in the Sunday preview this week. However, it is possible that those 3 resin miniatures are actually coming out alongside Cities of Sigmar stuff, and the reason we've got such a tiny non-event of a release is because they're using that to get us back onto a 1 week, a new release cycle every week rather than a 2-week pre-order. So if they do that, then we could potentially see something on the 18th and the 25th of November, one of which could be Kill Team. So just to make sure we're all on the same timetable, then on Saturday, the 4th of November, we will find out whether the squats and the 30k Centurion, I think he is, are coming out on the 11th or the 18th, right? If we discover they're coming out on the 11th, then on Sunday the 5th, Bonfire Night, we will find out what's coming out on the 18th. If we discover they're coming out on the 18th, then on Sunday the 5th, we'll find out what's coming out after that. But they still could be being, and I know this is going to sound like I'm being overly hopeful, they still could be being used to close the gap between the 1 and the 2 week pre-order, but rather than by doubling them up with Cities of Sigmar, they could be announcing these now to come out on the 18th, and then announce something else on the on the on the 11th, which then goes out for pre-order on the 4th rather, that then goes out for pre-order on the 18th. So we'll have a decent idea by the 5th what's going on, but there's still, I suppose, depending on what comes out on Sunday the 5th, I suppose we won't certainly know for sure until the 12th what the end of November looks like, because there is this possibility that they're going to shut it down to a 1 week pre-order again. Now, I downloaded this calendar from America, and I've whited out some of the things that don't apply to the UK. I've left Black Friday on there. We don't... when I was a boy, we never did Black Friday in the UK, and I think Amazon and Jeff Bezos has kind of embedded Black Friday into the international consciousness, because there's always good deals on Amazon. Games Workshop have mentioned Black Friday before. They never seem to do sales, but I remember at least a couple of years ago they did Blackstone Fortress came out on Black Friday, right? So they do kind of sometimes do a big release that weekend. I guess a lot of Americans do buy Games Workshop products. Now, I could see Kill Team potentially coming out on Saturday the 25th to be coming out on Black Friday weekend. But maybe, if it's been pushed back to the new year, the only reason that makes sense to me is if that date on the 25th is when Legion Imperialis is now going to come out. Do you know what I mean? And Legion Imperialis, which has had to be pushed back because, if the stories are to be believed, they accidentally put a far-right quote, like a Nazi German quote in the rulebook. One of these things, if you're going to write something that sounds kind of fascist because your universe is populated by sort of space fascists, you accidentally write something that real-world fascists would write, and then you have to pulp your book. That's what I heard happen, and they had to reprint the book without that inflammatory phrase in there. And then it maybe Kill Team gets bumped because they want to get all of the Legion stuff out of the warehouse. Because presumably, if that part's true, and they had to send all the books back to be destroyed, presumably they didn't destroy all the sprues. So they've got all the plastic sat in the warehouse. They've got to like rebox it up with the books and everything else. So maybe that's why Kill Team's not here till the new year. Now, why would it get pushed to the new year and not December? Well, I firmly believe, like, because a lot of people are saying, oh, they're going to do the next box in December, the winter box, right? But I firmly believe that Games Workshop isn't going to release anything that interesting in December. December is usually taken up with, you know, they give themselves a week off for Christmas. You've got the big army boxes. We've got the Boxing Day miniature gets previewed and released, right? I could be wrong. And they have done Kill Team. It could sneak out in December, right? But usually their Christmas stuff is a bit of a different character. It's not new stuff because they don't, like at Christmas when people are typically buying for others, they don't need to have the new release hype. People will go and buy, you know, 1,000 points of Space Marines or 1,000 points of Orcs and Goblins or whatever it is for someone's Christmas gift. So the release schedule's in a tough place. I hope I explained this reasonably well. We don't quite know whether we're ever going to get back. You know, that really small pre-order that was announced on Sunday, that we think is probably coming out on the 18th, but could be coming out on the 11th. That's really thrown a little bit of chaff in the air when it comes to thinking coherently about what's coming in the month of November, because we don't know if we're due to go back down to 1 week pre-order. I wish they would be transparent with this. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem if Games Workshop said, hey, we're going to only release product every 2 weeks forever. That's the plan now. That's fine, GW. I remember when new product from GW came out on the first Saturday of every month, right? And White Dwarf was a monthly magazine, and in the White Dwarf for that month, it was all about the product that was coming out that month. And that was the cadence for Games Workshop releases for decades. Right? At least a decade. And now weekly is a bit much, isn't it? For most people. So I would have a problem with them staying on 2 weeks permanently if they would tell people that's what they were doing. Communication. Okay. So I want to know more. Just a reminder to add into this, all this soup about release dates, is we're getting another reveal seminar. They've said we're getting another reveal seminar. They haven't, I don't think, shared the exact date. But they've said we're getting another reveal seminar during the Grand Narrative / World Championships. These are the World Championships, by the way, that Ace and friends have won golden tickets for over the season of Kill Team, and this is the date that will be played as well. And it's absolutely criminal. I'll just sneak this in here, that the World Championship for Kill Team is not going to be streamed. I think if it's like last year, the 40k one will be streamed, but the Kill Team one will just happen in secret, which is a bit sad, I think. But there you go. But anyway, that event, the Grand Narrative / World Championships, is happening on the 17th to the 19th of November, and they've said there will be a reveal show as part of that. They haven't said on exactly what day the reveal show will be. I would suspect it to be on Saturday the 18th, probably at an inconvenient time for the UK, because I think the Grand Narratives take place in New Mexico, right? So whatever time it is in New Mexico, it'll take place in, I would guess, in the evening, probably. I don't know. Will we see more Kill Team there? Well, it's not impossible. I know it seems weird because would they preview Kill Team Nightmare when they still haven't properly released Salvation? It's possible. If we flip back to the calendar, it's possible by the weekend of the Grand Narrative, if Salvation is on schedule and is coming out in November, Salvation will have to have been previewed fully and be on pre-order, or be going on pre-order on the 18th, right? And I could see that. I could see Kill Team's going on pre-order on the 18th, released on the 25th, or, you know, however they want to do it. And now we're going to show you the next box, because we're getting a second box in winter, right? Which I'm going to define, much to the ire of some, December, January, February. And we know Like, we're already getting, whenever you believe winter to be, but we're already getting previews for other things that we know are coming out in the winter quarter. 40k Necrons, 40k AdMech, they were on their timelines for winter. We've already seen those previewed. I think they've got one more Necron model to show us. Like, if the rumours are true, they have 3 to show off. They did 1 in the previous preview. They've done 1 on Warcom today, and they've got 1 more saved up for the next preview. And if they're not going to do the next Kill Team box, I mean, obviously they're going to spend a large portion of the preview talking about the Tomb Kings for the old world. Sure, fine, that's a given. But according to their own roadmaps, like, actually, Kill Team Nightmare, if that's what it is, it could. I know this seems far-fetched, but it could be getting shown off at this preview event. Unless it's been delayed, because they've had to shovel everything around to get Legion out the door, which then potentially could leave them with a very lightweight preview. Don't know. It's exciting times. Final thoughts. What do you believe? I've rambled in my usual affable way. I hope it was affable anyway, about what I've heard. Which bits ring true to you? Any of it? Let me know. I am going to feel let down if Salvation is not out by the end of November. I'm going to be a bit sad, especially, like I said before, it passes without explanation. Yeah. I like the sound of Nightmare. I was on the fence. I wanted to do a Legionaries team next year. Start next year, I was going to do a Legionaries kill team. I was kind of on the fence over whether it was going to be, Red Corsairs were possible. Night Lords were also possible. And now there's potentially a Night Lord team coming out with the funny bat hats. So, I don't know, it gives me a little bit of pause there. Which is why Games Workshop don't officially announce anything too early, because they want me to go out and buy the other thing I was excited about, and then buy the next thing as well and double dip, right? They don't want me to make a decision about which to buy based on what's coming out in the future. But Night Lords are cool. I don't think anybody in my house wants the Mandrakes, but if Mandrakes come in, that should make Zimbad happy. That's something he wanted and is talking about wanting for a while as well. Hope you found the video interesting. So this has gone up today on Tuesday in lieu of the live stream we would usually do tonight, because it's Halloween. So I will be, I'm recording this, by the way, on Monday, which is why I'm not dressed in a Halloween costume. So this is instead of the live stream. So I'll come at you again on Thursday. I don't even know yet what I'm going to be talking about on Thursday. Something. Possibly Kill Team related. Who knows at this point. But yeah, that's that. Please do like, subscribe, consider channel membership. If this sort of ramble is your bag and you want to financially support me, you can do that as well. Alright guys, have a great evening, and hope you enjoy your Halloween, whatever you're doing. Bye bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye.